Shalom, Call Halal, Wahawad, La Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rahak Wadash. The abundance to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, rule well. Salutations to you fellow laborers out there that's doing the work of truth and sincerity. Shalom to the few Akwaf that believe as well. In this video, I got an article just pulled up, and based upon a video I had watched about the economy, and it was from a channel I'm subscribed to called Epic Economist, and it was a great video. It was going in about the major issues within Babylon the Great, which is America, all right, so-called America, and with the inflation, with the food shortages, the bottleneck situations, infrastructure, common issues as far as what plagues this place every day. All right, so focusing on the energy crisis, which I'm sure you Akim, and you, if you are observing, the price at the pump has been ridiculous, up and down, up and down, 4 or 5, $6, $7 a gallon for some states. Diesel at an all-time high, jet fuel, and these are just some of the issues that's wrong with the or that's causing the economy to be at its all-time low. All right, now we know that this economy is going to crash, and we know that the new currency that will be put in place will be the RFID microchip. So we do know that, but there are many things that's causing, all right, this U.S. dollar to collapse. We all know the Russia-Ukraine conflict is going on. There's been a lot of sanctioning going on. So there are a lot of issues that's causing this economy to collapse on a global scale. But let's focus in on the article. It says, with the future prices baked in some countries on the verge of rationing gas, things are going to get a whole lot worse before they get any better. And this is published April the 5th. All right. So roughly a month ago. All right. So it says, in the U.S., filling up your car has become 46% more expensive in the last year. Though those outside the country can only dream of paying $4.25 for a gallon of gas. In the UK, the average price at the pump is closer to $9.77 a gallon. So, the average over in the United Kingdom is almost $10. I mean, that's ridiculous. All right. Austria and Germany are planning to ration natural gas usage in the face of high prices. And upon April 1st, UK consumers swallowed a 54% price increase to heat their homes. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin has said customers must pay for Russian gas in rubles or face being cut off in response to recent events. Yeah, the sanctioning measures that have been taken. Basically Vladimir Putin has been returning, firm and stiff sanctions back on the countries that have been sanctioning them. All right, so that's causing destabilization in the global economy because the Russian Federation, which is Gog in the scriptures, by the way, they control a lot of resources. All right, so point is, this is all going to cause a collapse in society. All right, and when the collapse happened, of course, Jacob's time of trouble is going to be on, right in your face, man. All right, but this is the lead up to it. All right, it says, meanwhile, U.S. President Joe Biden has dipped into the country's strategic petroleum reserve, bringing it to its lowest levels in nearly 30 years, despite that a barrel of oil still costs 60% more than it did a year ago. Inventions to bring prices down haven't worked. Now that's ridiculous, man. 60% more than a year ago. I mean, things are things are on an all-time high of inflation because you know people haven't seen this kind of inflation in the U.S. since the Great Depression, and then you had the 2008 crisis, all right, with the stock markets, all right, and this time it's a lot worse, all right, it's a lot worse. Many economists or many financial um, commentators have been talking pretty extreme um, lows and pretty extreme. When I say low, by the way, I mean pretty extreme low in purchasing power, um, investment. People are not investing anymore. Um, your dollar is at an all-time low. Period. All right, the purchasing power of the U.S. dollar uh, barely holding any kind of uh, weight, if any at all, because things are constantly inflating, and the inflation is not stopping. It's continually increasing every day. And like I said, this is going to lead up to um, a collapse in society. Okay, and that's when you're going to see a lot of evil around you. You're going to see people panicking, people being put in desperate situations, man. All right, so this is Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." Yeah, because right now, the days are they getting worse, all right, day by day. But the evil days really is when the time of Jacob's trouble, all right, is upon our people. All right, Jacob represents the 12 tribes of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, all right, by the house of their fathers. All right, so the evil days are approaching, though. Okay, and when they do get here, you're gonna know it. All right, you're gonna know it, and pretty much that's why the Lord told Isaiah to tell the children of Israel to seek the Lord while He may be found. All right, because right now he may be found, meaning what you may get this knowledge, and understand the scriptures and especially concerning prophecy, so you know what's going on. For those of you that believe in Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right. Isaiah 55 and verse 6, it says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." And it's only a few that's calling upon Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right. Verse 7, "Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto Yahweh Bashem Shai, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon." And this is what we're telling you Israelites, man. You need to turn unto your power, which is Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right. Excuse me. Got the hiccups. But you need to turn back unto Yahweh Bashem Shai while you have the opportunity, while you have this grace period to come back to our power, so that you may be healed, and Lord willing, you endure this work until the end. You got to labor until the end, man, until the Lord comes. All right, so that Lord willing, you remain a faithful servant, and you really be found worthy to be delivered. All right, that means to be granted salvation when the Lord comes. All right, because it's gonna be all hell out here, man. All right, in Jacob's time of trouble, all right, it's gonna be a time of trouble like never was before. All right, and that's found in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter. All right, so let's go from there to the book of Amos. All Amos chapter 6. I'm going to go to verse 3. It says, "Ye that put far away the evil day and cause the seed of violence to come near." You know, I mean, you think the evil day is not coming, and you look at the if you look pretty much at the way that society is going, you could tell that the last couple of years has been uh, like none other. The whole mirthful spirit of Babylon the Great is to come to a cease or a halt. All right. People are not living the same lives they once lived. All right, before 2020. From 2020 until now, things have been, um, slowed down so much so that people are starting to question their government at an all-time high because they can sense something that's not right. And you're right. Something is about to happen. Because the Lord is getting ready to make his grand entrance. He's going to come back and enter into Bozrah, all right, which that's the capital of Seir, but is pertaining to Esau, Edom, which he's in the current ruling seat. And Bozrah today would be America. All right, so we know that this place is going to be taken out with great violence from the Heavenly Father and His Son, along with the angels coming back with Yahweh Shai. So we know that, and it's going to create a chaotic situation for you Israelites that don't believe. Okay. Isaiah chapter 51, and we'll go to verse 19. It says, "These two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? who shall be sorry for thee?" It says, "Desolation and destruction and the famine and the sword. By whom shall I comfort thee?" Because when all hell breaks loose, Esau has his troops in place. He has his troops in place to to gather people up, throw them in concentration camps, and do all manner of evil to them. All right, to get them to submit into his New World Order agenda. All right, so there's going to be a lot of evil going on. And a lot of you Israelites out there are going to get caught up in these devices because you don't, 2/3 of our people don't believe in Yahweh Shem Shai. They don't seek Yahweh Shem Shai. They doing their own thing, And that's the wrong mindset to have, man. These days are evil, man. All right, these days are completely evil. All right, and if you're not paying attention to them, hey, shame on you, because you can clearly feel that vibration of something that's not right in the air. All right, let's go from there. I'm going to go to the book of Jeremiah, the 5th chapter. Let's see. Start about the 11th verse. Because, guys out there in Israel, like, the time that Nathaniel was on that showdown in Jamaica, and he was denying that there's a time of trouble for Jacob. And the scriptures, it clearly tell you about Jacob's time of trouble, or time of trouble, since there never was, upon earth, like I referred to in Daniel, the 12th chapter. And then Jacob's time of trouble found in Jeremiah, the 30th chapter. Okay. Jeremiah 5 and 11, it says, "For the house of Israel and the house of Judah have dealt very treacherously against me, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They have belied the Lord and said, It is not he, neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword or famine." And what you see going on? You seeing, swords being prepared for, the people. All right, guillotines, concentration camps, it's famine. I mean, with food shortages, man. I mean, you go in the grocery stores now, it's not the same. Period. All right, period. Only thing holding up, kind of, and it's not a lot of them, is those what you call them, the real area meat markets where you got the fresh butcher shops. they're not holding up because they only holding up a little bit. I'm sorry, because they got the farms right there, but even they are increasing their prices in meats because they're running out of meat and different things they sell. Fresh produce and everything like that. So things are looking shaky with those uh, meat markets as well. But your major chain stores, your Walmarts, your Myers, Kroger's, Jewel Osco, you name it, Family Fare, Martin's, Spartan stores, all them stores, as far as the major chains, there's a difference, all right, in those stores. All right, things have increased, man. Things have increased. All right, which if you don't make enough money, pretty soon you're gonna run thin. Excuse me, you're gonna run thin on things you can buy. Okay, because with the increase in with the increase of inflation, once it boil over, who are the poorest people in society? It'll be the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, the American people. We're the poorest in the society, so hey, consider that. Consider that. Let's go from there. I want to go to the book of Second Esdras. Let's go to Second Esdras 15. We're going to go down. Second Esdras 15. I'm going to start at verse 11. All right. It says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." Now this is talking about the new Egypt, all right? Because remember, there's a Sodom in Egypt. Let's go to that real quick to prove there's a Sodom in Egypt. All right, this is the book of Revelation 11 and 8. It says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city." I'm sorry. "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom, in Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified." Now, what place on earth represents Sodom in Egypt? That's got to be America. We know what Sodom and Gomorrah stood for. We know what Egypt was known for. All right, we know that Egypt was known for the captivity of the Israelites, which today we are in captivity in New Egypt. All right, and this place is Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, that's why they have cancel culture so much when you speak out against the people that do the acts of Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, you speak out against the people that do acts like what was being done in Sodom and Gomorrah. They got this cancel culture thing where they'll try to silence you and all that stuff. All right, so let's go back to 2nd Esdras 15. 11, it says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof," which is America. All right, the Lord did not destroy all the land of Egypt. All right, and neither today. You got the Ishmaelites mainly controlling that land, but the Lord ain't concerned with, the land of Egypt. As far as the old geographic location of the old Egyptian, land mass, which is found over in the land of Ham, which you know as Africa today. All right. No, the land that the Heavenly Father is talking about through the prophet Esdras is talking about America. All right, clearly. Verse 12, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Heavenly Father shall bring upon it." All right. And that's going to happen, man. All right. You see the foundation being smitten. As far as, ultimately, that's the missiles, but the foundation of America is its economy. All right. Start with the economy, because the economy was made, America, this great superpower, all right, and it became the golden city through its economy, right, through the riches that America got. And of course, Esau uses his sword, but the economy of America, which today still the U.S. Dollar is the world reserve currency, even though countries are getting away from it, and that's causing even more scarcity with your purchasing power using the U.S. dollar. But you know, it's coming to an end. All right, I'll just say that. All right, the economy is coming to an end. All right, when the economy crash again, what's going to be that new thing as far as currency? The RFID microchip, the MOTB. All right, Revelation the 13th chapter. All right, is where you can find that prophecy. All right, now as far as those of us that serve the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we're going to be okay. All right, we're going to be okay. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and 27. And this is for you Israelites out there that start the Akim, that believe and serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua in truth, sincerity, and do His will, man. This is for us, man. We don't have to, panic and have pale faces, as it's told in Jeremiah the 30th chapter. All right, that other men is going to have. All right, from being astonished at the evil that's going on and all the death and mourning and loss of life, and it's in general. All right, we don't have to worry about those things. 2nd Ezra chapter 2 verse 27, it says, "Be not weary, for when the day of trouble in heaven is cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance." You see? There's nothing to worry about. Even if you're delivered up to be a martyr for the Lord, there's nothing to be worried about. We know that the ones that die in the Lord are going to be risen first. So there's nothing to worry about, period. Verse 28, "The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord." So we know that, hey, we're going to be delivered as long as we endure unto the end for all of us Akim. Now let's go from there to the book of Ephesians. All right, Ephesians chapter 6. Let's scroll down. In Ephesians chapter 6, verse 13, it says, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand." Yeah, you must, soak up these scriptures and get all the knowledge that you can, because when you go to Isaiah the 33rd chapter and the 6th verse, it says knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. Because why? When all hell break loose, the knowledge and wisdom that we soaked up from the scriptures, we're going to know exactly what's going on. All right? We wasn't the foolish virgins. All right? We had oil, We kept the oil. We kept our integrity. We kept our faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and we maintained our faithfulness even unto death for some of us. All right? And I have to be straight up with you, Akim, man. This is what our lot is. All right. Verse 14, "Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace." And it says, "Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked." And Esau shoot at the righteous all day. Who's the righteous? We're the righteous. Why are we the righteous? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua made us the righteous. Okay? And they're the wicked. Esau, Edom, and his descendants. Okay. Then you have sellouts among our people that's going to help the wicked, to do all manner of evil against us, man. It's not written that it should be, what's that? Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. The 2nd Ezra 16. It says it's going to be insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me grab this real quick. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." See? So we're gonna have to endure that. All right, those are gonna be the evil times for us, men of the Lord. All right, we have to endure those times because we're the ones Esau have his eyes on, because he know that we're the ones that push this word heavily. All right, back in Ephesians 6 and 16. "Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High." Yeah, man. This ain't just no book. The words that are within this book, which is the words of the Most High, all right, and His Son. All right, these are the words that's going to be able to help us be a defense in the time of trouble, because we're going to remember, all right, like I said, all the knowledge and wisdom we soaked up is going to benefit us in the day of trouble, all right, the day of evil, and that's going to be a great help unto us. We're going to see things going on and be like, yep, hey, the scriptures spoke about that, and you're going to see it manifest before your very eyes. All right. So I'm gonna end it right there. I want to say, Lord willing, this video have been edifying, and shalom to the elective nation of Israel. Until next time, shalom.